Hello everyone, and welcome to the Table Mountain edition. I was hoping to give you your first vista of the mountain today here from Sunset Beach, but alas, there is no view today at all to begin with. Typical Cape Town weather. Ah yes, Cape Town is feeling a bit like London today. You have to consider this is a city next to a mountain, so the weather can be very unpredictable. Always check in the morning before you leave. And if you stick around in this video, I'm going to take you all the way up to Table Mountain and tell you all about this amazing mountain. Oh wow, look, she's starting to show herself a little bit. There she's starting to lift her cloudy blanket for us. I'm beginning to get some hope for the day. Maybe this isn't a complete waste of the day. I am very excited. Oh yes, definitely, we are going ahead with our plans today. Just look at that. Table Mountain sitting there like a jewel in the crown of the mighty African continent, right here on the most southwestern tip. Ah, Table Mountain, what an inspiring sight. A jewel that casts a spell over anybody that comes to visit Cape Town. And here we are now approaching the cable car. And this facility has been carrying people up this mountain since 1929. Can you believe it? Okay, here we are. Another great South African legend, the Table Mountain aerial cableway. Now, I love this cable car and I love taking it up Table Mountain. Not only does it take you up the coolest mountain in the world, but the floor of the car also rotates, which gives you sweeping 360-degree views of the mountain and Cape Town. The upper cable station is on the westernmost end of Table Mountain Plateau at an elevation of 1,067 meters or 3,501 feet. We are now moving at a speed of 10 meters per second, and the total journey time for a one-way journey up the mountain is anything between 4 and 5 minutes. Now, your first question probably is, why is Table Mountain so flat at the top? Well, consider that it is one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world, nearly 240 million years old. If you compare it to the Alps, which is a relatively youthful 40 million years old. Now, around 300 million years ago, the mountain was still at sea level during an ice age, and ice sheets flattened the layers of sandstone, creating the flat surface that today we call the tabletop. When the continents split apart, enormous stresses and pressures built up in the Earth's crust. And if the rocks of the Table Mountain had been made only of sandstone, they would have completely folded under the pressure. But the mighty granite of Table Mountain gave it strength, deflecting the forces down. Slowly, this process forced the layers of rock to rise up, slowly becoming the kilometer-high mountain that we know today. Okay, so it is pretty obvious that Table Mountain is an ancient natural wonder. And if you consider the fact that Table Mountain National Park is home to an amazing 8,200 plant species, that is just mind-blowing in itself as well. Consider that the British Isles has less than 1,500 plant species, then you get a sense of the actual biodiversity and miraculous wonders that is going on all around us. Okay everybody, we are now approaching the top of the mountain, and I am getting as excited as I was the very first time I came up here as a 4-year-old kid with my parents. And look at those sweeping views. Wow, they do take your breath away. I cannot tell you how nice it is to be up here every single time. And the place here is very well laid out. It is accessible to anybody, including people in wheelchairs. Wow, now look at those sweeping views. That is Lion's Head there, looking a bit like a nipple sticking out. And now we're looking out over Cape Town City Bowl, the center CBD, looking very incredible on this beautiful day. And that's Cape Town Harbour there in the distance. And if we now pan to the left again a little bit, you'll see that white circle is Greenpoint Stadium. And look at that island there in the distance. That is the island where Nelson Mandela was incarcerated for so many, many years. Another interesting fact about Table Mountain National Park and the aerial cableway is the fact that it is indeed open to all South Africans, not just the wealthy elite. During the month of your birthday, you can come here on any day, not just your birthday. As long as you provide a valid South African ID, you can come up and down the cableway for free and spend as much time here as you like. And here we are on the very top of Table Mountain. Finally, we got there. quite a day for it as well. I've been up here quite a few times in my life, and I would rank this as one of the top things to do ever in your whole life. Put it on your bucket list, because for me, I get the same amount of wonder and joy from being on top of this mountain than the Fuji Q roller coasters in Japan at the foothills of the Fuji mountain. And it's pretty much the same kind of yay. And also West End shows in London, I do get the same amount of joy and wonder from them. And the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, that also got me quite emotional, and same sense of wonder and enjoyment. Right, everyone, we are now facing south. If you look straight ahead, you will see the end of the Cape Peninsula. That is Cape Point right ahead of us, about 50 kilometers away from us right now. And then after that, next stop is Antarctica. Can you believe it? Right, everybody, I'm about to give you a fabulous travel tip. As you can just imagine, the sunsets from up here are quite spectacular. Oh, hello. Who are these two little ones coming to say hello? Now look at that. We've got two birds and a lion's head right there. Now back to the travel tip. Just look at those two big rocks in front of us right now. You need to sit on them to get uninterrupted views of the sunset in this direction over the people down below, and you will be treated to one of the most amazing sunsets of your entire existence. But now it is time for a lovely glass of wine before we head back down into Cape Town, and the cable car is waiting for us. Now, I have to say that I'm truly sorry that I cannot show you the sunset today. Unfortunately, the cable car is operating at reduced hours due to the COVID situation. The last car down at the moment is at 5 o'clock in the afternoons, whereas we need to be here sort of at 7 o'clock in the evenings to see the sunset. Normally, we would be able to do that, but I'm really sorry we can't. But let me just describe the sunset to you, because for me, the first time I experienced the sunset up here on Table Mountain, oh wow, wait, that is quite a long way down. Very scary, guys. Don't look down, especially if you suffer from acrophobia. Anyway, my point is that the sunsets are just completely and utterly mind-blowing. If you're up there and you are experiencing the sunset, you are literally exposed to all the elements of the universe. You get to see the moon and the sun both in the sky at the same time. You get to see the stars are starting to appear, but at the same time you also get to see the clouds billowing up from underneath, from the bay into the mountain, and that is just such a magical experience, because you got water, you got wind, and you got nature, and you got the universe up with the stars. It's just too much. I just really have to show it to you one day, and I promise I will come back the moment I can to do this. In the meantime, stay tuned, because I will be climbing this mountain with my sister and our dogs very soon, where we can at least show you the sunrise, which is just as spectacular. So, concessions are being made. And that reminds me that I have to remind you that if you are still watching this video and if you are enjoying this video, that it is incredibly important that you subscribe to my channel right now. Yes, sir and madam. Please hit that subscribe button right now. Also hit the like button right now and hit the notification button right now. That is very important if you want me to keep on making fabulous travel videos like this. And I would also like to thank all my wonderfully loyal subscribers. Keep watching, because I promise we will keep on showing you all the wonders of South Africa and the Western Cape and Cape Town. And to our next episode tomorrow, we're going to go out to Robben Island to visit the prison where Mandela was incarcerated, that I showed you briefly from the top of the mountain just now. So make sure you tune in again tomorrow for another fabulous episode of CoolCapeTravel.com, and get ready to fall in love with South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed taking you up Table Mountain in the Table Mountain Cable Aerial Way, and Table Mountain Cable Aerial Way. I hope I got that right. Okay, everybody, that brings us to the end of our episode today. Thank you for joining us, and have a lovely evening. Goodbye.